So what's the plan for today?
The plan is we are heading towards the marina because we have to empty the tanks, the dirty water tanks. So we're going to pump out at the marina. So once we get there, we have to radio in and they'll send a pilot boat out just to empty out. But that's the way they do it. And then we are heading over to Reykjavik for the night. We're going to stay in the bay outside Reykjavik before we set off to Bodrum tomorrow morning to sign out. We're here, we're in Reykjavik. We've made it. Good sail actually, on a beam reach all the way down, and we've been averaging about 5.5 knots. So we've just put the anchor down. I think it's set nicely, so we're just going to have a cup of tea.
Sounds good. Nice, the beach is quite busy, isn't it?
It is quite busy actually. It's a Sunday though, isn't it?
Yeah, Sunday all the Turkish families come out. You might be able to see it there. They're all having picnics on the beach and all the cars and the music and stuff. It's nice atmosphere when it's like that.
We left about 7:15 this morning, so we were up early today, makes a change. It's very calm, hardly any wind at all, so we're obviously on the engine. Heading for Bodrum now. Bit early for cleaning.
It's not actually cleaning, it's more wiping out the dew rather, more than anything else. Very wet, isn't it?
Yeah, very wet this morning.
Actually got the sails out. It's great. We had no wind this morning whatsoever. Now we've got about 14 knots of wind, and we're probably got another hour to go before we get to Kos. This is Kos Harbour, and we arrived here about 4:45. So this morning we had to check in. We tried to go to the Harbour Master yesterday and the Harbour Master sent us round to the Port Police and we couldn't even find the office, it was ridiculous. And walked down loads of streets and tried our hardest, and it came to 5 o'clock and we went back to the Harbour Master and said, look, sorry, but we can't find the Port Police. And she said, well, they're probably closed now anyway, and directed us across the harbour. So this morning she said, turn up there about 9 o'clock. So we did that, went there at 9 o'clock this morning, and he was lovely, very, very helpful. Stamped us in, no problem at all really, didn't cost us anything. Went to the customs office, who didn't really want to see us, but said hello and welcome. And then we went back to the Harbour Master's office, who stamped the DEPKA, so we didn't need a new one, we just continued on the old one. Our DEPKA runs out in September, so we've got until September to use our formal document, which is brilliant. And they only charged us €15 because we've come from another country. So that was really good news. So that's less than we thought as well. It's all good news so far. Lunch. What's that?
Oh, this is an Eros. We've learned how to say it now.
Yeah, no, we didn't know how to say it before, did we?
No, Eros. Look at that.
What's in it?
It's got pork, chips, salad, garlic.
I think it's a garlic
garnish,
mayonnaise. And
mayonnaise, whatever. Yeah.
yummy.
€2.50. Beautiful.
What have we done so far this morning?
Well, we've got a SIM card, data card for the internet. That was quite cheap as well. That was only €15. And that's for 2.1 gig, which isn't too bad. We've done that. And then we went around and had a coffee in one of the coffee shops, which was nice, sat in the square. Had a walk around and had a look at some ruins and some old buildings.
Just stumbled across some park area, which has obviously got some ruins, but we haven't quite found out what they are yet.
But everywhere just seems to be really nicely done. It's very welcoming. Everybody's really nice. The town's starting to open up. They're starting to put the restaurants back together again for the tourist season. So, yeah, it's really nice. I'm glad we're here.
He looks a little bit lively.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just run straight between my legs.
Are you a bully? Hey? Are you a bully?
Are you trying to get away? And this is the plane tree of Hippocrates. Not quite sure how they knew it was Hippocrates' plane tree, but it's very old. And the green metal structure you can see is actually supporting it because it's so old. Incredible. Saying goodbye to Kos. Had a very nice couple of days there. What time is it now, Kevin?
It is nearly 11:30.
11:30. So it should take us about a couple of hours to get to Pserimos. Not too far. Wind.
As ever, it died.
Yeah, we've got a hole. Let's have a look. 4 knots of wind. Directly behind us, which is quite nice. We've had to start the engine, which is a bit of a pain, but yeah. We're just coming to the island of Pserimos, and they've got their perfect Greek flag painted out on the rock face, which is lovely.
So we're on our way back to Kos, unfortunately. Got up this morning, and we have no solar power. The regulator, I think, is damaged or is faulty, but it wasn't putting any power into the batteries this morning, so we were right down on voltage. So this morning when we got up, the green light that you can see on there now wasn't showing, and we had full sunlight, wall-to-wall sunshine, and no green light, which has never happened before. We were down on voltage on the panel, down to 11.9 volts. Normally when the sun comes up and the solar kicks in, we've got 13.5 to 14.2. So we definitely got a problem with the regulator, I think. We've set off back to Kos from Pserimos, and it has actually come back on again. But because it's an intermittent fault, we're going to go back to Kos. We're going to go to the marina, to the chandlers, and see if we can get another one.
So just remind us why we're leaving Kos for the second time, before the waves hit us from that ferry.
Actually there aren't that many, but we're leaving Kos because yesterday we had a problem with the solar. We eventually got back into Kos, wandered around the marina, couldn't get one there, went to the chandlers outside the marinas, and there was a very helpful man there, and he said he could get us one, so we hung around for a few hours while they sort of went off, and he brought one back. So we've got a new MPPT 20 amp controller. We put that on last night, waited for the sun to come up this morning, and hey presto, we seem to have solar again. So we set off again this morning, and we're off up to Emporius in, where are we going?
Kalymnos.
Oh, Kalymnos.
Yeah.
And we should be there in about 3 or 4 hours, which is unfortunate because we could have gone a bit faster, but we've got no wind again. Well, we have, but it's on the nose.
Yeah.
So unfortunately that's the prevailing wind, and that's the way we're heading.